Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought it'd be fun to delve deeper into my Hobonichi weeks, but not just the planner, the notes pages. So if you're interested to see like kind of my plans for how I want to set up my notes section of my Hobonichi weeks, then keep on watching. Okay, so I've been really thinking about this planner lately, and my whole reason, so I guess we're gonna start, I wasn't planning to start this planner until the beginning of the year, but I decided to start as soon as it started because this planner does start on the, let me see, I think it was the 28th of November. I decided to start it once, like as soon as it started. Previous to this, I had been using my print weeks, and the entire book was just falling apart. So there was that factor, but also I've been having the biggest struggle, or I was having the biggest struggle between either the Hobonichi weeks or the Hobonichi A6 to be my everyday carry. Now the reason I don't know, I still just have like a love in my heart for this planner, mainly because it is, to me at least, I mean it really is, just a baby size of the Hobonichi cousin, which if you don't know, I will be using this next year. Next week I do plan on having a 2023 planner lineup video up, so definitely be on the lookout for that. I'm really excited to just go through my entire lineup and my intentions for each, and that will be the prelude to planner move-in week on the last week of the year. But all that aside, I moved in here early hoping that I wouldn't like it and would want to use my A6 for my everyday carry. Well, that didn't happen. I am loving this planner. This little planner is just so cute. I already have a mark on this cover, but I think it's on the inside. But yeah, I love this planner so much. I have not tabbed it yet. I just placed the order for tabs from Coffee Monsters Co. She just did a reopening and release today. I'm so excited. I got everything on my wish list besides one thing, which was the Emojis Doodle Vellum. That sold out in 3 minutes, and I was having a few issues. But other than that, I got everything I wanted, so haul on that to come. But yeah, I'll have a few things coming to add into each of my planners, which hoping that it comes in time for planner move-in. But if it doesn't, we will adjust. But yeah, so this planner, guys, I've been loving it so much. But we're not going to talk about the planner in whole because I do plan on like having a how I'm using it. I'm planning on doing a how it's been going update in this planner for planner move-in week, since I really won't have much to set up. However, you will be able to see, so I wrote down my notes page ideas in this planner. I have a few set up that I've kind of been toying with, but other than that, I have an entire list here that we will go through. I thought we could talk about the list ideas I have, or like the tracker ideas I have, and then show you the ones I have done. But then in my planner move-in week, you can see how the rest of them turn out because I'll be working on them throughout the next couple weeks. So that is my plan. Let's get into it. So the first thing you turn to, so this is the last week of this planner, which is the last week of the year in 2023. if you've seen my initial setup video, you'll have already seen this. But this is a vision board that I created, and I love it so, so much. Just all my ideas for the new year, and then I wrote down my goals. So I love how this looks. I'm thinking about putting my word of the year, which I have already chosen. It's somewhere in here. Right here. I also added this for like my favorite pictures from 2022. But my word of the year is purpose. And then I just wrote down the Webster's Dictionary definition. So I'm either going to put it here or here, but I'm thinking here. I might like design something to set that up or use like a really cute sticky note. I haven't decided yet. But here are my goals. So I want to create my own space. So I'll really focus on this craft room. Wake up earlier. I'm horrible at sleeping in. Work on my mental health. I feel like everyone can do that. I want to start a Bible journal, which you will see that in my planner lineup. Open my sticker shop. Explore more local boutiques. I have seen so many really cute boutiques and I never go in them, so I really want to explore them more. I really want to go back to New York. Love New York City. And every time I've been, I've never taken a subway. I kind of stay around the Manhattan shopping district area, so I really want to explore more of the boroughs. And I really want to visit Yoseka Stationery. That's kind of what sparked my interest in going back again, although I always have an interest in going back. I want to start planning our family trip to Disney. We're not going to go next year, but I want to start the planning process to go the following year maybe. And hopefully Travel Tuesday is still a thing, so we can probably like book it around that time. And then I really want to read more. I'm not really putting myself on a limit because that kind of deterred me this year. Okay, I had to like skip over that. I had my daughter's school number. But what I've decided to do, I think it's here. Maybe a book a month, but there's 14 here. So if I could get 14 books, that'll be great, but I'm not going to pressure myself. So every time I finish a book, I'll put the date I finished it, or maybe the date I started and the date I finished. The title, and just like maybe I'll rate it by stars, and maybe like I'm thinking just the title because I'm kind of a big writer. But yeah, so those are my goals for the new year, and that is the start of my notes pages. I did create an index, which I left 4 whole spreads or 2 whole spreads, 4 pages available. I don't know if I'll need all of them, so I may fill this up with other things, but for now I have one thing indexed. These are my bills for December. So one thing I'm definitely going to be doing in this planner, in the notes section, which I think I want to keep them back to back. This I kind of just like put anywhere. I don't think I want to do that, but I'm going to make 12 monthly spreads, and I just draw them out, and I love this Coffee Monsters Co. budget washi, and I have more of these scripts, so draw out the months, and then I like to budget that way, but I'm using my months up here for future planning, so using the notes pages helps with that. This was just like a random to buy or dump list, which I feel like that's kind of what I was originally intending for these back pages, and I'm quickly realizing I probably should have got a mega. So if I use this planner again next year, which if I continue to love it the way I do now, I'm pretty much sure I'm going to be buying another one. I definitely want a mega, but I've already set so much of this planner up that I don't want to buy a new one. If I do run out, I do have the little companion notebook, the little slim ones. Then turning the page, so I will be using a different planner for my sticker shop and like my content and like kind of my creative outlet. So I'll be using a different planner for that, but for now, I stopped using a planner that I was tracking my content in, and that caused me like kind of to go crazy. So I drew another monthly, oh my gosh, I drew another monthly grid in the notes to track my content. So that's what that is. And then this, I love how this turned out. So if you watched my videos, like all of my videos, you'll have seen a Moxie Life companion or a Moxie Life launch haul. I bought the companion notebooks, and after a lot of soul searching and thinking things through, I just don't think that system works for me. It's an amazing system, and I love like the different areas of life, and I love the idea of setting up new goals every week, but I'm just not there, and I feel like it kind of overwhelms me. I'm gonna keep the companion notebooks because they're undated and I love them, and I love the system, like I said, so I can pretty much, maybe at some point in the year I'll feel like I'm ready, but if not, any future year I could pick them up and use them. So I love that about the system as well, at least the companion notebooks. But I still want to goal plan. I still have goals I want to reach. I just feel like it's yearly goals, but I still love the different areas that Moxie Life gives you. So I created this double spread, and I love it. So I used the Moxie markers that I purchased and color coded by their color coding system. And yeah, it's kind of messy, but I'm trying to not make things so neat, and I just love how this turned out. So I will be putting my goals in there, and that is the first thing that I did index back here. I've decided I'm only going to index things that I know I'll want to turn to again. Like my budget, once the month is up, I'm not going to want to turn to that again. These pages, I'm not going to want to turn to them again. I'm not going to need to turn to this again. So this will be something I need to turn to all year long. So I indexed it. This spread is for this year. I will definitely be making another one for the year of 2023. And these are just for my girls, a page per daughter. And then I wrote out her birthday gifts and then her Santa things. So don't worry, I did buy for this child as well. I just have not wrote hers out yet. And then turning the page, I have this. So this is a freebie printable from the Coffee Monsters Co. And I actually have an extra one back here. Okay, I was just showing you guys passwords from work, so I have to restart. But I have another one, and I had another one in the back. So one day before work, I printed these out, and just on normal printer paper. I do have sticker paper, but I had no time, and I kind of wanted them to be thinner, so it didn't bulk up the page like too much, which I like. But these are a freebie printable from Helen's Facebook group, and I print them out whenever there's like a bigger sale, and I list out the things I want to grab, and I budgeted that way. So I love that, and I'm going to keep this one in the back for another release. I think she has a restock sale coming up, or not a restock, but like overstock sale. So I'll be able to use another one, and I just double-sided taped that in, and yeah. Perfect. So that is as far as I've gotten in my notes pages. Back here, I do have some washi swatches. Sorry, these are spoilers from the Coffee Monsters Co. Advent calendar. I'll put like a box up so that you can like skip seeing that. But I had no chill, and I like tore into it after a few days. And then these are, I got some new pens from Amazon. I filmed like a little video, but I haven't done anything with it yet. I don't know. But yeah, this is what I mean. Like, there's only this many notes pages left, and I'm kind of getting like antsy that I may not have enough. So definitely should have went with the mega. But yeah, that is where my notes pages are right now. And as far as the pages I want to add, I have a whole list. So if you are interested and want to know what I'm including, I'm going to run through this list, and then you can come back on planner move-in week and see how they turned out, because I will be working on them. So first, I want to do like a cleaning spread / home maintenance, where I will do like a weekly cleaning routine, monthly tasks, bi-weekly tasks, and semi and annual tasks. Then I am thinking about doing a car maintenance log. However, I feel like I may want to put that in like a little notebook like this and keep that in the car. But I may just do it in both places because I feel like that's a good thing to have in my everyday carry. Something I can flip to constantly when on the go. And then I don't have to worry about like carrying that little notebook. I do want to do a savings tracker. One of our goals is to start saving this year. I know I'm horrible. We don't have a savings, but it's definitely something that we've thought about this year. And well, we've been thinking about it, but we definitely need to get the move on that. So I want to make one of those. I got this idea from Lindsay Scribbles, and I want to make a tender list for money in and out for my shop. So I am planning on opening my sticker shop soon. So any money I spend on the shop and any money I get in, and also from YouTube, because I am like recently monetized. So there's that. I do want to potentially start a sinking funds. Well, I definitely want to start a sinking funds. And I may like make a page in my notes section for that, but I'm also considering starting a cash envelope system, which I love when people do that, so that's something I'm eyeing up. Some of these are kind of normal, like in a lot of people's planners. I want to do a shops I want to try just to keep track. I feel like sometimes I forget about certain shops that I want to try out, so it's nice. It'll be nice to have like a full list of them. I'm gonna have a wish list for myself. Home to buys. We did recently move, so I want to keep a list of the things we need for the home, but more like bigger things. So like we want to buy a new kitchen table to fit our space better. 2 of our chairs broke in the move, so things like that, but more fast-paced things, like we need a new toaster. I think I'm gonna keep like on a sticky note, but on that page. So there's that. Craft room revamp. So there are bigger like furniture pieces I want for this room, and also things for like my sticker shops. Like I want a new printer. I'm considering switching over to Silhouette, but I am like really fluent in Cricut right now, so I'm not sure, but different things like that. 2024 planners. So this is a good one. I don't think I've seen anyone else do this sheet, so I want a page in my everyday carry. So these are all going to be in the Hobonichi weeks, because that is going to be the planner that's with me everywhere, every day. I want to keep a list of planners that I'm like considering, or planners I'm interested in. So I feel like when new planner season comes along, I kind of like buy things that I think I want to use. Like last year, or this year technically, in May or April, I think it was launch, I bought a Erin Condren hourly because I thought that that was what I was going to use, forgetting that I was interested in Hobonichi. So when September came along and the Hobonichi launch was going on, I purchased like a ton of planners from there. Now I'm not using my Erin Condren, and I just want to eliminate those costs. So I feel like this is a great way to keep track. Like right now, I know I am interested in the Common Planner from Sterling Ink, so that's something I could add on to there to look into next year. A bucket list. I actually have never had a bucket list. I feel like a lot of people do, but I personally have not until talking to one of my good friends, Yvette. She told me to put something on my bucket list, and I was like, why don't I have one of those? So I'm gonna create one of those for myself. Of course, the Christmas gift ideas. Birthday for a page for Mariyea, a page for Monay, and then a page for Michael. Trigger list for family nights. So one of the goals that I want to incorporate for the new year is a family night every week. So I think it'll be nice to have like a full list of things that we could do so that we can switch it up and we're not always just like watching a movie. So that is going to be a page. Food ideas, so new recipes or restaurants. And then this is an interesting one. I was watching the Today Show and they were talking about 40 things that they wanted to accomplish before 40. So apparently every American has one. I do not, but I think that that is a good like thing to have. So something to think about and a page to include. Those are my ideas right now. This is just a little Moleskine notebook that I kind of just brain dump into, and I've done so many like random things in it that I'm not scared to just like write things down. Like this is a meal list. These are Happy Meal trackers. Let's see. I think I did try out this whole idea before I did it in my weeks just to make sure I liked it. So this is just my little brain dump notebook. So yeah, that is my list of notes page ideas. Tune back in on, actually, I can tell you the exact date to tune in on because I think I have it planned. If I can find the page. I want to buy those Midori index clips so it's easier to flip to things. But tune in on the 28th. That is when I will be showing you guys this planner again and kind of doing like a more thorough flip through, and my notes pages should be done by then. So also follow me on Instagram. I don't post a lot, but I did post like a picture of a previous week in this planner. I don't know, I just love this planner, guys. I really didn't want to like it because I am just like in severe infatuation with this A6, but I think I have a good use for her for next year. But yeah, this is, I don't know, it's like a golden planner for me. I can't zip it with this cover anymore, but I just throw it in my purse like this. She gets a little dusty, but I love her so, so much. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got a few ideas for your notes pages, especially for an everyday carry. I feel like a lot of those ideas were really great to just have with you every day. So until next time, whenever that is, because I'm just not on a schedule anymore at this point. I'm kind of just taking life as it goes until the new year, and then we'll incorporate like a more routine type thing. Routines are all out of the window right now. We're just holding on by the seam of our pants, and yeah, that's how my life is going right now. Lots of Christmas things to roll out. I still haven't wrapped anything, guys. But that's okay because I've been seeing a lot of people who haven't even purchased a present yet. So I guess I'm a little ahead of the curve. But yeah, I'm going to leave you guys at that. I will see you next time. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.